George McDermott, once again, I'm down here in Alexandria, Virginia, the 19th day of January 2026. I was here on the 16th. I picked up the dockets from 12 cases that I'm involved in this court. Two of them were involved in Sherry Ray Eveland. Actually, three of them were involved in Sherry Ray Eveland against the state of Maryland and the enterprises and who lived here in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and their son, who were engaged. They were kingpins behind this giant conspiracy in Elkin, Maryland, that led to the theft of over $18 million of her father's estate, and making her ultimately homeless. I received a phone call on the 17th, where she had requested assistance. She just walked up to town, which is 5 miles away. She lives in a rural area and had to walk 2.5 miles back, and then some person picked her up, seeing her freezing beside the road, and drove her back to her encampment, where she had her phone charged. She said she hadn't had any food or anything to drink in 3 days. So she explained what was happening to her, and I said, okay, I'll work on it from this end. My vehicle is broken down. I have no way of getting up there. So we've got a hearing on the 26th day of February in the circuit court. But this court here and its judges and the U.S. Attorney's Office back here are both fully aware in those 12 cases. The last one was in 2020 of the interstate fraud and conspiracy that involved all these people. And the judges in this court have done nothing. The clerks of the court have done nothing. U.S. Attorney has been repeatedly requested with letters and requests to visit her, to bring her down here so she can file a formal complaint. They have done nothing. They've all stood back and watched their fellow lawyers terrorize and victimize Sherry Ray Eveland. They watched as their fellow agents in Elkin, Maryland, falsely had her accused and put in jail multiple times on trumped up charges. She asked me specifically not to call the police, because Rising Sun Police and Rising Sun Maryland have been actively engaged in this. Matter of fact, all the officers in the state of Maryland are actively engaged in this massive cover-up. But this is Martin Luther King's holiday, Civil Rights Day. We no longer have civil rights in this country. We have a wannabe dictator running this country, where his ICE department is no more than the beginning of the SS for the United States. He's patterned everything he's doing after Adolf Hitler's regime in 1933, following the rule book completely. So website. There's over 130 videos of Sherry up there already. And now George for Justice on YouTube. I'm posting all of these videos up here. It's all about knowledge. Knowledge is power, and power is everything. And Donald Trump and his mafia-controlled agents have to be brought to justice for what they're doing to this country. George McDermott signing off, 19th day of January 2026. God bless everyone and have a wonderful day.